The reality of the situation is the only sensible step, apart from staying in the EU, which is a really sensible step, because this is a complete waste of time and money, and an enormous amount of time and money.
But what about the people who voted for it?
Well, the people who voted for it were unfortunately sold a pup and are now beginning to realise it.
Isn't that rather patronising?
No, it's not in the slightest. Because
so they didn't have any idea what they were voting for, the reasons why?
As we now know, there were a lot of lies told. £350 million a week for the National Health Service. The reality is this is costing us money. It's costing us more than that every week.
You can stay in the single market and the Customs Union if you make that choice.
No, you can't actually.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Russell, if you give
David,
me a chance.
you don't know much about this.
Russell,
if you were so extreme, they got rid of you in Dexu, but you can stay.
Mr. Russell, your customary rudeness doesn't help on this occasion. The fact is that if we're leaving the European Union, we're going to be leaving the single market, the Customs Union, and we're going to cease to be subject to the jurisdiction of the European Court of Justice.
Only because Mrs May has made that choice.
No, because that is what leaving the European Union means. It means ceasing to be bound by. It means ceasing to be bound by the EU treaties. Now, it's quite possible, of course, that we could seek to negotiate some form of access to the single market or some form of arrangement with the Customs Union, but that is a wholly separate negotiation.
I suffered David Jones for a year on the Joint Ministerial Committee. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's making a mess of it. So are the people around him. In the name of God, stop this nonsense, because it is just causing disaster and being led to disaster by people like David Jones.
I'll give you a chance to respond, Mr. Jones.
Well, Mr. Russell was probably the biggest impediment to the negotiations between the British government and the devolved administrations.
And
frankly, he's just displayed admirably why he's a danger to the whole process of Brexit and a smooth withdrawal from the European Union.
OK, I'm going to leave it at that. I am going to leave it at that.